If you're gonna try to breathe new life into a Transformers movie, ripping off the Iron Giant's not a bad way to go. Alright, so, hi guys, we're doing a double feature today, so this is our break before we go see Welcome to Marwin. So we decided to go see Bumblebee first, because that fit better with the schedule, and it's looking crazy good reviews. I think it's like 95% Rotten Tomato right now.
Okay.
I love the shit out of this movie.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, this movie has a lot of fucking charm.
I just like about a couple of minutes after, basically as soon as she started interacting with Bumblebee, the girl, I was like, wait a minute, this feels really familiar.
Yeah, it's the Iron Giant, but you know what? It's been a long time since we had a good Iron Giant, so I'm actually totally okay with it.
I'm like, wait a minute, girl with pet car, but pet car is a giant robot. Why does this sound familiar?
You realize that Iron Giant was not a car, right?
No, and then I was like, wait. All she has to do is be named Hogarth. It'd be the same thing.
I won't say it's quite that similar. First off, no, Iron Giant doesn't have Cybertron.
Yeah, Iron Giant didn't have,
They also doesn't have that bitchin' 80s soundtrack.
That's true. They were
You've
in
got
the 50s.
the touch. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, that was so good.
You've got the power. Which now that I've actually seen Transformers movie, I get that reference. No, this movie's actually really good. I really had a good time with this. It's got a good heart to it. The acting's great. It's very confidently shot. It's very sharply written. Yeah, it definitely matched all the beats to Iron Giant for sure. Like, I'm not going to deny that in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, even the robot fights. Even all the robot fights are pretty well choreographed.
Yeah, like this is.
I mean, it's all CG, but still.
No, you're right though. Like you still got to take a lot of work with the camera work and the cinematography. First, you got to tell what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
Which Transformers have had. Which is an issue that Transformers movies have had since movie 1. So to see this done here and done well is like, oh, cool! I can actually tell what's happening. Already the best Transformers movie.
Well, I think the nice thing is that as far as robots to CG in, it was, well, except for the thing on Cybertron.
There's only like 3 or 4 main.
Like 4 robots, because he definitely. No, it's only really 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's that one in the beginning that dies. Spoiler.
They all die on Cybertron, let's really be honest.
Well, I'm talking about when they get to Earth.
Oh, you mean with
Helicopter Man, yeah. Or no, Air Force Man, whatever the hell they want to call him.
Air Force guy?
Yeah.
No, that was... Wasn't that the red one?
Yeah, the red one, he dies. No, there's one before that. Remember when we first crashed to Earth?
Okay, whatever.
And that one robot the airplane robot comes in.
Yeah, how did he die?
He got missile attached to his side and...
Oh, right. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the opening sequence to the movie.
No, because what I remember is that this movie was basically Bumblebee versus Team Rocket.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah.
And I guess he killed Meowth at the beginning, and I didn't even think about it.
Oh, great, now it's in my head. Someone's gonna make that remix now. When they're driving up to John Cena and the army.
Prepare for trouble
and make it double. Oh,
to protect your world from devastation. Yeah, his name is Bumblebee, by the way.
Oh, God. And my favorite line in the movie was John Cena going like, they're called Decepticons, is that not a red flag?
I'm so glad somebody pointed it out.
Somebody said it. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Like, even when the Decepticons, pulled up and started talking to the army, and they're all like, hey, so we are the Decepticon Peace Force, and the James character was just like, for fucking real, basically.
Wait, the James character?
The blue one.
Oh, right.
Because the red one was clearly Jesse.
Oh, right. I always forget the rock power names. It's been a long time since I watched Pokemon.
Yeah. So you got Jesse who comes on in as the plane, and then James is the helicopter, and then Jesse's all like, oh yeah, we're the Decepticon Peace Patrol.
And he just kind of looked like, fucking really? as he bends down, like, what the, he literally is like, what are you doing? Oh, God, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, like, they're giant robots with speakers. There's not really much whispering going on. Even John Cena should be like, dude, that's not a whisper.
He kind of was, to be fair. Everyone's like, we can learn so much from him. John Cena's like, for fucking real? They're called the Decepticons. Is that not a red flag to anyone else?
It's like if you meet someone in the woods and his name is like Murdertron.
Or Stalker Boy, you know. Or what's that Family Guy?
I am Sir collects your hair.
Like, what's that Family Guy joke? It's like, I have a bad feeling about suicide.
That's an old one.
I know, but that one's, if you're going to go for obvious jokes like that, that's pretty much what it boils down to. But anyway, now, like, you see the trailer, you pretty much get the gist of what this movie's about. It's about Bumblebee, of course, who, after a pretty bitchin' fight, like, total 80s fight on Cybertron, which is pretty awesome to watch. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be like an old school nostalgia Transformers fan. I watched Beast Wars as a kid. That was my Transformers show. But Beast Wars was bitchin'. Beast Wars was fucking bitchin'. Like, I think I still have all my Beast Wars somewhere.
Oh, man, I'm jealous.
I know, right? But anyway. So they actually sell them in a store in San Jose.
So the Battle of Cybertron in the very beginning of the movie is just sort of like, oh, well, we definitely lost the war. Let's, regroup and meet up on a different planet.
Let's talk about the Battle of the Beginning, though, because that was such a we're sorry for the other movies, here's what you really wanted kind of thing. Because all the designs for Transformers are like classic 80s design, except for Bumblebee, who has to keep the Michael Bay look, kind of. But even then, they kind of shrunk him down and kind of made him more G1 Transformers style.
Yeah.
But like, I think you see like Ratchet, I think, is in there. Ironside, I think, there's quite a few ones you can spot out, like Soundwave, Ravager.
Saw Soundwave.
And all like those classic 80s designs. So like, I'm not even a big G1 Transformers fan. I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But, like, all the 80s lasers going back and forth and shit.
And the way that they presented Cybertron really reminded me of this one Transformers game that I actually liked, because
is that the War for Cybertron?
Yeah, the one.
Yeah.
War for Cybertron was fucking bitchin'.
That was an awesome game.
And then like the multiplayer, so I was like reliving that specific video game, and
I played the first game of that too. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. But then we get the rest of the movie, which is basically Iron Giant.
Yeah, which again I'm totally okay with, because it's a really well-made Iron Giant. So,
yeah, with more fighting.
Yeah, with more giant robots fighting each other. We got Hayley Atwell, who I love her in everything I've seen her in.
What else have I seen her in?
She's been in quite a few things. She was in Age 17.
Oh.
She was the main character in that, so that's probably you can recognize her from.
Gotcha.
She was also in True Grit with Jeff Bridges.
Okay.
She's also in Pitch Perfect 3, but I don't hold that against her.
I mean, we all need to eat.
Well, like, Hayley Atwell, one of those great young talents who does not get enough credit. Who, like, from the very first time she was on screen, which is True Grit, she was immediately captivating and was like acting circles around Jeff Bridges when she was like, I don't know, 10.
Yeah.
So she's a great fucking actress. I'm glad to see her getting more attention.
Yeah. I even liked her little like B story. I was just sort of like, my dad died, I'm assuming, like, within 2 or 3 years. That's still pretty fresh.
Yeah, no, she, like, again, and even the family's really enjoyable to watch. Like, they don't do that much.
Except for the stepdad. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, but even he kind of redeemed himself towards the end a little bit.
I don't know, just sort of like...
It's raining right now, guys, so if you hear some splattering, I apologize.
The 80s like mentality. It's like, oh, you're a girl, you should smile more. Here's a book about it.
Yeah, that was one that's like, oh, fuck you, movie. Like, I was thinking that pretty hard. You and I are both thinking that, because there's a part in the movie where the whole
it's her birthday.
The antecedent to everything is like, it's her birthday. She really wants a car.
Yeah.
And her parents can't really afford. Well, her mom can't really afford her mom and her stepdad, I guess.
Yeah.
And but what they do get her for gifts is a very colorful helmet for her scooter or moped, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the stepdad gets her a book about smiling and
having a positive attitude.
And he goes like, you should smile more. And I'm like, oh, this movie knew exactly what it was doing.
And that
because it plays it up. It's like, it's trying to get that little just rage trigger in the audience of, oh, fuck you. Fuck you, you mustache bastard.
Yeah.
That and the that fucking blonde bitch.
Oh, you mean every mean girl?
Yeah, every mean girl compounded into like a tiny little blonde woman.
She doesn't even have like a name. I think
it was like Tina.
Who cares?
Something really blondie.
It was just some mean girl name. You know, it might as well have been like Vicky, Desiree, Sarah. No, Sarah is not the two.
We have
Regina.
We have Sarah's we like. We can't use Sarah.
Regina,
yes.
Oh, Mackenzie, Kendra. Kendra's a mean girl.
Mackenzie can kind of go either way, honestly.
I don't know. The one Mackenzie I bumped into was not nice.
I know some good Mackenzies.
Yeah.
I can vouch for Mackenzies.
Mm-mm.
you know, you have a lot of bias for only mean one Mackenzie. Hashtag not all Mackenzies.
If that's the thing that trends. Anyway.
Can get a lot of people in Mackenzie like, not I am not the mean girl. God, knowing white girls, I might actually stake off.
Kendra with a Q, just to reference Community, really quick.
Yeah. Not gonna argue that one.
Yeah, so it was a fun movie.
No, I guess, the core of the movie is, of course, just Hayley Atwell with Bumblebee, and I don't know how they fucking did this.
What was that guy's name? Menlo? Memo?
I heard Memo, but I could be wrong.
I was like, Menlo might be a name. Memo is like, your mom forgot to name you.
Didn't you get the memo? Here's your baby. Memo, that's it. But no, kind of like Iron Giant, this movie is entirely reliant on the relationship between Hayley Atwell and Bumblebee, except this time it's live action. I feel like it's even more challenging, because you have to, like, act alongside air. And you gotta wonder, how the hell do you do that as convincingly as this movie pulls it off? And this movie pulls it off pretty damn near effortlessly. It's kind of amazing, quite frankly. Because, and of course, it goes to that fact that, one, Hayley Atwell's such a damn good actress, and two, the way they design and the way they have Bumblebee act is so goddamn adorable.
Well, initially, because he's totally got amnesia from the first fight.
Yeah.
And, you know, God bless him, he fell off a cliff.
Yeah. And he's still trucking.
Wait, what happened? He fell off a cliff, he got harpooned twice.
That's right, yeah. And then he got his voice box ripped off.
Then he literally got his voice box ripped out of his throat.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the fact that he only has memory loss, not the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah. I would love it, like, if this movie does well and they make a Prime movie.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine how awesome that would be with the different designs they have for them?
Yeah.
Because this feels like it's supposed to be a prequel, but they're also kind of experimenting with it as a soft reboot.
It feels like a soft reboot.
It feels like that's what they're going for. And if that's what they're going for, I'm actually totally behind this.
Yeah.
Because this is directed by the guy who made Kubo and the Two Strings.
Good for him.
Which is probably why the way the characters are animated is so damn good.
Yeah, because when Bumblebee fucking uses the momentum of drifting as a car to charge back in and then transform, you can feel the weight of the tackle into
absolutely. No,
James.
And even then, it just goes back to the heart is so good, yeah. And the characters are so charming, and towards the end when it's one of those things, the way Bumblebee's animated is so expressive without having to say anything, and the body language is so clear that you never have to guess what's going through his head.
Yeah.
And again, the way it's shot and the way that it's lit, you never have any question what's going on.
Yeah, and even our two main Decepticons, actually have a surprising amount of character.
They have more personality than any of the Decepticons in the other movies.
Yeah, because the blue one, James, when the first time they land on Earth, they're like, "Hey, humans," and he just takes out a gun and just liquefies a dude. And it's and it's just the one line. It's I like the way they pop. And I'm like, wow, that says a lot of about him. He's really fucked up.
Yeah.
And then he does it again.
No, I agree. But even then, just I can honestly just watch an entire movie of just Hayley Atwell just bouncing off Bumblebee, and that would be enough for me. Even the part when they're it's not a spoiler. There's clips of it online of them vandalizing the bitch Tina's house. and he gets really excited because he like eggs a car, but then he gets really excited that they're so excited about it, so he gets more into it, and he starts like banging on there. He's like, "Yeah, look what I did it good," and then he like stomps on the car, and then he goes, "Oh no, I did it bad." So he flips the car over and hides behind it.
He's so bad at hiding.
So stuff like that really just adds so much more depth and charm to a movie I don't think anyone expected anything from.
God, he was so eager to please at that scene.
He's a puppy dog.
Oh, he is a puppy.
Like he comes, like he actually destroys a good chunk of the home. She comes like, "What are you doing?" And he's kind of like, "I'm sorry." It's hard not to fall in love with a movie like this. It really is. When it has such good characters, and you can tell this is written with the best of intentions, and it actually succeeds in writing with the best of intentions, and it's directed so confidently. Like this is a hard movie not to like. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
and the action scenes are really damn good. I gotta also add, and this is what I kind of mentioned when I talk about this movie, when I was doing a trailer video for this, which thank God I was right on that one for once. This movie does feel like it respects the Transformers lore a lot more than the previous Michael Bay movies.
I mean, I think it's just because, like, as far as lore goes, there wasn't much of it that needed to really be part of the story beyond, "By the way, can you set up a new house for us so we can all crash on Earth? Thanks, Bumblebee." And it's just like, okay, thanks, Optimus.
I mean, it's more like the way the Transformers are designed and like the sound effects they use.
Definitely, like with the guns from the Transformers versus the guns from the people.
Yeah,
it's just like, wow, those are just sound effects from the fucking cartoon.
Yeah, and every time they transforms, they do their hair and like the old school sound from the cartoon.
I think that's always been prevalent in all of the movies.
Not really.
At least the first one it was.
The movies I don't remember, but I know the Michael Bay movie for the whole metal clashing manly kind of bullshit.
I don't know. I felt a little bit about like the first time Bumblebee transformed, there was some clanging.
But I mean,
it wasn't much.
But I mean, they just took the sound effect from the TV show and they put it in this movie.
Yeah,
it's the same. I don't think they did that in the first Transformers.
They totally did that in the first movie.
Did they? They haven't done it since.
They maybe did it in the second movie.
We don't talk about the second movie.
It's been a long time.
We don't talk about the second movie.
I also don't remember the second movie. Did we talk about the third movie or the fourth movie?
We don't talk about any of them anymore. We're kind of hoping. If any luck, this movie is like, okay, the other movies didn't happen, guys. We're just moving on. Last night, what's that? We're moving on. Because I saw Last Night. That movie sucked ass.
Which one was Last Night?
That was the one with Anthony Hopkins.
I don't know that one.
Good. That's like. That's why this franchise needs such a kick in the ass too, because like every one of them has been like mediocre at best. Even though like I would say only the first one kind of falls in that category.
Well, I think the problem with
the second one had the racist robots.
Yeah, but okay. So from what I remember from the first movie, they were like, so by the way, it costs like $10 million to animate Optimus Prime for like more than like one fight scenes, and they were like, yeah, let's keep his appearances to a minimum.
But that wasn't the problem with the first movie, though.
No. But then in the second movie, they're like, hey, number one did really well, and people want to see more Optimus, and now we have a budget, so let's put in more Optimus. And so, like, yeah, you had the racist robots, but you definitely saw more Optimus in the second movie.
But that wasn't the problem with any of the movies, though. The problem is that they had no heart to them. It was just cynical, like, toxic masculinity bullshit. And explosions. They're like, you don't give a shit about fucking Shia LaBeouf in any of those movies?
Shia LaBeouf was in those movies?
Exactly! He was in the first three!
Oh, that I did not remember.
Yeah, see? You're blocking out good chunks of what made those movies awful.
Oh, man.
And Megan Fox.
Okay, I mildly remember that.
Yeah, can't imagine why.
What?
She was the eye candy. We all know it.
Yeah, it's sad. What's she doing nowadays? Who cares?
I think she has 3 kids.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, so I don't think she's been doing a lot of action since the Teenage Mutant Ninja 2 movie.
There was a second one?
Yeah, it was actually kind of fun. And it's so bad, it's kind of funny kind of thing.
All right.
But yeah. Anywho, but no, like the problem, and I think Movie Bob pointed this out. I think it's a very good point. Is like the reason this movie works, in comparison to the other Transformers movie, is not because it has like 80s references or because it has like it's more faithful to the other Transformers lore and design and stuff like that. All this stuff is really cool, but it's not what makes it work. What makes it work is the fact that it has a good heart and has good characters in there, more than any of the other Transformers movies had. Any of them, because let's not forget the first Transformers movie had a masturbation joke that dragged on, and the obnoxious parents and the juvenile humor of it. See, you blocked out a lot of the bad things from the original Transformers.
I remember the one black car pissed on a dog.
There was that too. No, that was Bumblebee that pissed on the agent.
No. No. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, you don't. You know what? That's probably for the best. That you don't remember the original movies all that well, because it was it was Michael Bay splooge fest. It was very rah military. Look how badass our military hardware is. We're so manly. Brr brr brr. Muscle cars. We're so manly. It's very reflective of toxic masculinity, and this movie's trying very hard to get away from all that.
Okay.
So that's why, like, the fact that you don't remember a lot of the Transformers movies, one, is telling of what's to remember about the original Transformers movies. Well, at least the Michael Bay ones, I mean.
Yeah, that bitchin' part when Optimus just totally slashes that dude's head off.
Is that all you remember?
And no, the Megatron was in it.
Yeah, yeah, he was played by Hugo Weaving, believe it or not.
Really?
He does not like to talk about it.
Oh. Okay.
I
mean, like, I found out years later that, like, the voice of Eeyore is also Optimus Prime, so.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. The depressed donkey is also the brave leader of the Autobots.
It's also like how the voice of Winnie the Pooh is also the voice of Darkwing Duck.
Holy fuck, really?
Yeah. Let that sink in.
Huh. Okay.
But no, the reason this movie works really is because the characters are so good, and they're better than, like, this is by far the best Transformers movie so far. Not clear. Well, I mean, like, I enjoy the classic 80s Transformers movie, but it is dumb.
It's pretty dumb.
I'm gonna get a bunch of angry comments now. How dare you? It's a classic. You should all love it so much. And it's like, I love it for its time.
Orson Welles.
He died right, like, not long after he recorded his lines. I think it was only a couple days after, actually. Yeah. And that was also Leonard Nimoy. We always forget about that one.
Huh, really?
Yeah, he plays whatever Megatron turns into.
Oh, Galvatron.
Galvatron, yeah, he plays Galvatron.
Yeah. Wow, I know that, but I can't remember the first Transformers movie. That's not good.
The 80s Transformers movie is so much more memorable than...
It's okay.
Oh god, it's a Decepticon. He knows we're talking shit about the 80s movie. It's okay, Car. You've got the touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot else to say about this movie, honestly. It's really good. Just go see it.
It's the trailers.
Yeah. So we can go see Welcome to Marwin.
Yeah.
So first trailer we got the newer trailer for Captain Marvel.
Oh, I was looking at my phone.
You were looking at your phone for a majority of those trailers.
Well, yeah, but then there was the dog movie, and I was like, oh god, I don't want to watch this shit.
That was 3 trailers in.
Yeah, I had a lot of levels to beat on my phone.
Well, have you seen the new Captain Marvel trailer?
I saw...
You could have you looked up from your fucking phone.
Wow, okay, guy. Yeah, no, I think I've seen it before. Probably with Grant.
Probably. It's the one with the cat?
Yes.
Okay, then you have seen it.
Okay. Yeah.
I think the movie still looks good. That one's beginning a weirdly huge amount of shit. Mostly, honestly, a lot of it is from sexist people.
I'm not surprised.
No, I mean, like, I'm not saying some of the criticism laid out isn't genuine, but there's also a lot of, she should smile more. That's a thing that exists. Yeah, It's those fucking people.
You know what?
And not all of them, to be fair. There are some legitimate criticisms to hail against it, because I know, like, somebody's like, well, Alison Brie looks bored through a good chunk of the trailer. It's like, they also didn't pick her best shots, I'm sure. And I still like Alison Brie. Alison Brie's a great actress.
Wait, Alison Brie?
Am I getting that right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Alison Brie.
In
Captain Marvel.
That's her?
Yeah.
What?
If I'm getting the name right.
It's not even the right face.
Am I thinking? I'm thinking of a different. Brie. Okay, I see mistake. Brie Larson, not Alison Brie.
Yeah, that's not even the right. Alison Brie is the girl from Community.
I realized that after I said it. No, but it's 'cause they have the same last and first name.
Okay, whatever.
Alison Brie Larson. See, you see where I get that mistake?
I'm moving on. You were just wrong to say you were wrong.
I'm admitting right now that I was wrong. I'm not defending my choices here. I got the name wrong, but it's Brie Larson.
Okay.
Brie Larson is one of the best actresses of our time. So they say, like, oh, she looks bored, and this one, like, well, fucking hell, you guys sat through Gal Gadot, so you can handle Brie Larson. Suck it up.
Yeah.
Brie Larson's better actress anyway.
You fucking take that back about Miss Gal Gadot.
I like Gal Gadot, but come on.
Gal Gadot.
You fit in well in the DCEU Twitter.
No.
Really, what comes down is like, I think Gal Gadot is hotter, therefore she's better actress. I'm like, okay.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm already getting a bunch of shit for that coming alone. That means I've watched up to this point, which would be a good thing for me. Then we got Missing Link, which is the...
The Sasquatch movie.
Yeah, also made by the guys who made Kubo and the Two Strings, so...
Really?
Same studio.
It looks so dumb.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of their trailers haven't looked great up until the movie actually comes out.
I don't know. Kubo looked interesting.
Yeah, but also, like, I don't think Paranorman had great trailers, if I remember correctly.
No, Paranorman had a shitty trailer.
And Coraline.
Coraline's trailer looked okay.
I don't remember the Coraline trailer too much.
I remember
Boxcar also had a horrible trailer, but that one was okay.
I remember that Coraline had a intriguing enough trailer that I was like, whoa, we should totally watch that. It looks trippy as fuck.
I always like Paranorman better, honestly.
I haven't seen Paranorman in a long time. Maybe I'll watch it again.
But either way, this is the next one from them. So, like, this is another case, like, shitty trailer, but I'm sure the movie itself will be fine. Then we got Dog's Way Home again. Fuck that movie. Higher Dragon 3, got that trailer 1,000 times. Alita, also got the trailer 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But the trailer I want to talk about, though, I actually did a video about this yesterday, so it's funny it's coming up now.
Oh, Godzilla?
Godzilla! Okay. King of the monsters! Yes!
So I'll be honest, that was when I decided to put my phone down.
Yeah, I noticed. It was annoying.
And then I fucking look up and it's, which one was the
King Ghidorah.
Yeah, King Ghidorah. And I was just like, oh, he looks fucking sick!
Yeah.
And then Mothra, and then
Rodan
are all in it, and I was like, oh, this looks fucking sick. I thought Mothra was on our side?
I think they're implying that he is in this movie.
Okay. Because Mothra is Friend of the Children, if I remember this song.
I mean, you may be thinking Gamera.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
No, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm so looking forward to this movie. It looks like they're doing, like, Mothra versus Rodan and Godzilla versus Ghidorah, from what I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, Godzilla does not like...
fucking moths.
I was saying, Godzilla does not like King Ghidorah.
Oh, yeah. Well, like...
He's like the other dog at the park, and he's just like... He's also got 3 heads.
What kind of dog you seen at the dog park? Fucking Cerberus, get over here. Bad Cerberus.
That would explain the dude's head that was on fire.
What kind of dog park do you go? Never mind.
That's at Hades.
I know. I'm going along with it. But no, and of course, like, this movie does look like, I feel like it's gonna have more monsters than the first one did.
I'm just kind of hoping that the action with the monsters is more
visible,
spread out throughout the movie, because it's definitely going to be visible. Like, I just don't want, like, I don't want it to be like an hour and 15 minutes of humans, like, talking about what they're gonna do, and when I really just want to see the last 30 minutes when the monsters are fighting each other.
I mean, I like the first Godzilla movie too, but I will admit it wasn't a perfect movie. This one has a different director than the first one had.
I'm just saying it would be like. I'm just saying I want the fights to be speckled in throughout the,
No, I hear you.
Yeah, like, maybe you have a little bit of the mystery and then the whatever with Godzilla, and then it's like, oh, by the way, let's just have a fight with Rodan. Like, let's do that right now.
I think they're gonna have more of that, because the theme seems to be like the increased destruction you see, the more the monsters show up. Seems to be the recurring theme from the trailer, from what I can tell, because it looks straight up apocalyptic.
I'm so down.
Me too. Either way, it's like this is where I nerd the fuck out. Like, this is my Transformers. So this is the part where it's gonna be like one guy like, who's that little girl in the back? So me going, ah! It's Godzilla!
Did you ever watch the Godzilla cartoon?
I did. Wait, which one?
The one with baby Godzilla on the boat. It would
Yeah.
and it would summon its mom.
Godzuki, yeah. No, it didn't summon its mom. It was just like the Scooby-Doo of the game. It was really just people in a boat that summoned Godzilla using a little button. And it was send out a little radar like Aquaman, like do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, and that would summon Godzilla.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Then he'd go fight the monster of the week. Dude, I used to watch the shit out of that on Boomerang.
Yeah, I would watch that, but I'd always be like, "What is the point of this baby Godzilla? I don't need this shit. Just give me the big one."
It was because Scooby Doo's popular. That's really what that was. Godzuki.
Yeah, but there wasn't like a Shaggy to get stoned with it.
I know. Well, you felt stoned watching him, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I know, because I always remember the intro for that show always went like Godzilla, and like this big epic thing there. And Godzuki has this weird fucking lizard thing just kind of glided down.
That was not a good cartoon.
It was not. Honestly, the one that came out in the early 2000s that was based on the movie, it was actually a lot better.
I did not see that.
It was actually pretty good.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
It was like a pseudo-sequel to the movie, except when the baby Godzilla pops out in the end of the first movie.
Right.
They just said, oh, what if that Godzilla was a good guy?
Oh, is that the one with Matthew Broderick?
It was a sequel to the Matthew Broderick's movie, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But it was a lot better than the Matthew Broderick movie.
Yeah.
Because it was like, hey, what if you actually made that Godzilla fight things? So that's pretty awesome as far as that goes. It was definitely of its time, but I remember enjoying it quite a bit.
I mean, I'm still waiting on Cloverfield too, whatever.
Technically, you've had 2 other Cloverfield movies.
Really?
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Huh.
And Cloverfield Paradox, which I heard was not very good.
Okay, whatever. We'll talk about that later.
And then we got trailers we got up before, which is What Men Want and Wonder Park.
Okay.
Which I don't really feel need to talk about if you don't.
But that Godzilla film, beep.
Don't tell me when to make my cuts. I decide when to make my cuts. I'm going to make it right